This is John Smith from Kingdom Builders. We're coming to you with another devotion from Acts 19. A little rundown here. It's Paul is coming into the town of the city of Ephesus, and Ephesus back at that time was a humongous city that dealt with the goddess Diana, and that's how they made their money and things through that goddess. Verse I chose out of that was, moreover, ye see and hear that not alone at Ephesus, but almost throughout all Asia, this Paul hath persuaded and turned away much people, saying that they be no gods which are made with hands. So that not only is our craft, and this is the people talking about Paul, that our craft is in danger to be set at naught, but also the temple of the great goddess Diana should be despised, and her magnificence should be destroyed, whom all Asia and the world hath worship. And what it's referred to here is Paul is going through Asia and preaching the gospel. The gospel is changing the world. That's the basis of the message of this short devotion is if we take God as He is, truthful and righteous and holy as He is, through us He can work miracles, and that is taking the gospel to the world. If you want to change the situation, the culture of today, then preach the gospel. Now, I'm not telling anybody to go cause trouble. That's what I'm saying. What we're saying is the gospel changes things. The gospel is true. The gospel is the life, the changing of life to freedom through Jesus Christ. And by preaching that, the people turned away from the goddess Diana and accepted Jesus Christ as Savior, and that changed the whole economic system, the whole town of Ephesus, from the goddess Diana, and showed them the truth in the Lord Jesus Christ. In other words, just by preaching the gospel, we can change the world. That's what Christians are supposed to do. That's what we're called to do. We're not exactly called to stand up against governments and things like that, but we are called to preach the gospel. In Matthew 28, it says that we are to go out and preach the gospel, baptizing them in the name of the Son and the Holy Ghost and the Father. But we, sometimes as God's people, refuse to go out and preach that gospel. We're commanded to follow after Him, and that's what Jesus did. That's the reason why they come after Him so hard, was because He was preaching salvation to the crowds. He was healing the crowds and showing them the way to salvation. The same thing Paul was doing in Asia was changing that town of Ephesus. The same thing as our forefathers through history, as they were in those caves preaching the gospel to their people, and people going to and trying to kill them because they were just preaching the gospel. It is time that the church get out of the pews and actually press against that gate of hell and preach the gospel. Again, this is John Smith from Kingdom Builders, encouraging you guys to go out there and preach the gospel for the kingdom.